This video is not meant for kids at all.
Hey guys, it's Arne here. So remember my Bad January mixtape? Well, I mentioned that I had inspired it after Hamilton, the Broadway musical. And yes, it's a masterpiece as well, very original comment there. So if I were to arrange every single song, it would be a hard job as there aren't any actively bad songs. And well, honestly, you could swap around most of the placements and I wouldn't argue with you at all. Also, no deleted songs, but congratulations, it's a good one. I will try to give it rapid fire because there are nearly 50, so without further ado, let's go. Skylar defeated. It's forgettable, short, produces a bit. Just a fancy transition. Repetitive, but an inspired Anthony Ramos saves it from last place, and it requires knowledge of what will happen to feel anything. Really short, and once again, it's just a fancy transition. Oddly misogynistic and kind of unnecessary. Transitions thrown to helpless, but should have kept that Adam Trent there because it would have really helped its memorabilia. I must be out of my goddamn mind, but this one stops when it's getting good. Also, if the Lawrence interval was song, it would go here. The beat is kind of forgettable and the lyrics are okay. It gets bonus points for being funny and letting it to wait for it, but it's kind of short. The emotional turmoil is so far, it's infinitely better in immediate follow-up. Everything that involves Angelica in the song is confusing and it's too long, but Philip Assume beatboxing at least makes it worth it. It's kind of the same when compared to You'll Be Back and not much more. Repetitive and kind of necessary, honestly, but it does charge a small punch. It's repetitive overall, but we're getting into the good stuff. A lot of fun and I like its passive aggressiveness, but not much else. It gets better as it goes on, but it being placed right before one last time just kind of kills its existence. It's alright. It is fine. Counting like a normal person is now hard. I like the beat, it's really good, and the rapping is pretty amazing, even if the lyrics are kind of just uninspired. Beat and lyrics are super catchy, but the weird feminism feels forced, and it introduces motifs that are kind of out of place here. It feels like it's regurgitating stuff that we already know about, and the piano motifs gets dizzying after a bit, but everything else is pretty good. I have the honor to be your obedient 26th place. Oviedo. The most quotable song in the entire musical happens to be a really fun jazzy solo. Christopher Jackson carries it, but it's really long and repetitive for its own good. Washington on Your Side is a really weird beat to reuse for the song, and the stakes are really lowered by its upbeat nature. Everything flows and sounds really well, even if it's a little overlooked because you want to punch Alexander in the face so hard. This song is really catchy and fun, and it readily becomes a little less upbeat, showing Philip's growing insecurities really well. The perfect amount of chaos and mayhem with clever world prey and seeing Seabreeze loaded both into madness is absolutely hilarious. How to introduce characters, motifs, ideas, and keep a steady pace very well transitioning into my shot. A fun imagining of boring meetings into energetic, creative, and super memorable rap battle. The song is deeply reflective and introduces a concept that will totally be capitalized later while being really moving, actually. David Dick's magnum opus is the fastest rap in Broadway history, acting as a really epic summary of the horror that I actually really dig. Well, he never gonna be president, I'm never gonna be. And the song transmits pain and mocking incredibly. The perfect introduction to this musician's style and manages to be vague yet straightforward. Stakes are high, lyrics are genius, beat is amazing, the motif is really well done, and everything is just so good yet kind of nerving actually. This song is a lullaby I wish I'd heard as a kid. It's so beautiful and does a good job of painting a parallel between our protagonists. A catchy, interesting, reflective, and creative way to fill gaps in history and radically change one character during the course of it. Powerful and fits so much into 5 minutes. Sorrow, rage, regret, reflection, and perfectly timed callbacks. Holy crap, the song is so powerful. You're left to see peak acting by Philip Assume, also known as the Chinese moon goddess, with a melancholic music and heartful lyrics. It's really good, fun, amazing, and it's really well choreographed in the pro shot and everything a Hamilton song tries to be, but well done. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was innocent and dreamed of whimsy. You have no control who lives, who dies, who makes you weep. The longest song in Hamilton justifies every single second line and callback and emotion. It's pure bliss. This is pain turned into a song. I never cry at movies, but this song makes me do. It's inhuman. Speaking of which, Lin-Manuel Miranda carefully weaves rhymes that are absolutely genius with catchy lyrics, music, and beat, and adds a good motif to the beat while delving headfirst into Alexander Hamilton's mind. Just like it isn't nothing. A parallel to Helpless shows the darker undertone and turmoil inside the other Skylar, while the help of an enormous Renee Goldsberry, delivering their best rap solo in the musical with a great motif and beat as well, and suddenly changing the tone of it all. Aaron Burr is a character that we don't understand fully until an indescribably honest rendition of his beliefs and confusions in life hits us from nowhere. It's catchy, it's deep, it makes you petty Burr while also understanding him. It explains everything about him and how he felt about Hamilton and his role in life so effortlessly it's kind of impossible. It's like Memory from Cats, but except the show isn't very overrated. Don't at me! So, those are all the 46 songs. Thanks for sticking all the way through. It was hard to edit as well. Hamilton is an amazing show that you should totally watch or hear. It's free on YouTube. If you haven't done that yet, then I just spoiled it for you. But please do it regardless. You won't regret it. Don't wait for it. Please. Anyways, have a good day, enjoy yourself, and goodbye. Arne's out.